T cell count is good. My doctor feels cautiously optimistic.
Okay, good.
My doctor feels cautiously optimistic. If you are cautious, you are careful to avoid problems or danger. You are careful. So cautious means careful. Be cautious means be careful, take care. A cautious driver drives carefully. He tries to avoid problems or danger. And cautiously, in here, is the adverb. You can use it after verbs. For example, I'm writing cautiously because the camera is on and I'm trying to avoid problems and mistakes. So I'm doing it cautiously. Surgeons do their surgery cautiously. They are cautious during any surgery. They do it cautiously. Now let's talk about optimistic. Cautiously optimistic. If you are optimistic, you are hopeful and confident about future. You expect good things to happen. You see the positive aspect of things. You are positive. You are optimistic.
You see the glass half full.
Optimistic comes with an antonym, and that is pessimistic. And pessimistic means negative, a person who sees the empty half of the glass. People who are hopeless and expect bad things to happen. They expect the worst to happen. Pessimists expect the worst to happen. They are negative. So, are you generally pessimistic or optimistic? Let me know in the comments and also tell us why. Why do you think you're pessimistic or optimistic? Which one are you? Let me know on the comments.
He got a job at a fancy advertising company, making high five figures.
Making high five figures. Do you know what it means? Well, it has to do with salary, the money that people make every month. If your salary has 5 digits, if you are making $40,000 every month, you are making high five figures. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures. 5 digits. So making high five figures indicates that the salary is in the high income rate, somewhere between $10,000 to $99,999. So if your salary has 5 digits, I hope it does, you are making high five figures, of course in dollar. And accordingly, high 6 figures means 6 digits. High 7 figures means 7 digits, etc., etc.
It's going to be quite the event. It has tremendous commercial possibility.
It has tremendous commercial possibility. Tremendous is an adjective, and if something is tremendous, it is of great amount, scale, or intensity. So if something is tremendous, it is very big. It is of great amount. For example, the engine's power is tremendous. It means it's very powerful. We had tremendous time. We had a lot of time. For example, I give you homework and I say it's due to next week. So you have tremendous time to do it. It means you have a lot of time to do it.
He woke up Saturday morning with a fever. He couldn't stop shivering.
He couldn't stop shivering. Shiver means to shake slightly because you are cold, afraid, etc. There's a very common synonym for shiver, and that is tremble. You could say she was trembling with fear. She was shivering because she was afraid. Vibrate also has the same meaning. You know, when you put your phone on vibrate mode, it doesn't make sound, it just vibrates. It kind of trembles. But there's a difference. We use shiver and tremble mostly for human, and vibrate mostly for things. The car is vibrating, the phone is vibrating, the cabin is vibrating.
You know how stubborn he is? He's a pain in the ass.
You know how stubborn he is. If someone is stubborn, they are determined not to change your mind or opinion even when people think you are being unreasonable. For example, my little brother is doing this when I am studying. I'm studying and he is doing this. I say, stop doing it, I'm studying. And he does this again and again and again. So he is being stubborn. He knows it is wrong, but he just keeps doing it because I shouted at him. And then I tell him kindly, please don't do it, I'm trying to study. And then he stops doing it, so he stops being stubborn. You can say someone is as stubborn as a mule. You mean that they are so stubborn.
A world where human emotion has been outlawed.
A world where human emotion has been outlawed. Outlaw means to completely stop something by making it illegal. For example, smoking will never be outlawed because some of those who pass the law are smokers. So we will never have a law that forbids smoking. Means human emotion is not allowed to be exposed, and it is outlawed. If you show emotions, you are breaking the law. Oh, that's a messed up world. So let me know in the comments, what is something that is outlawed in your country and you are sad about it?
I'm not allowed to talk about my needs. What needs?
Did I say that?
You didn't have to say it, it's implied.
How is it implied?
You didn't have to say it, it's implied. Imply means to say something indirectly. It's snowing and I say, shall we close the window? It means that I am cold. We should close the window. I am implying that I am cold. I didn't say it directly, I implied it. To suggest something is true without saying it directly. When I say, should we close the window? I am suggesting that it is cold without saying it directly. If you say, I need to eat something, you are implying that you are hungry. They implied a threat. It means they threatened us indirectly, implicitly threatened us. Someone tells you, give me your money, and you say, no, I don't. And he says, well, you have a beautiful bike. Well, this means that if you don't give me the money, I'm gonna take your bike. They are implying, when they say you have a beautiful bike, they are implying that give me the money or I will take your bike.
The dawn of a new day.
It all goes
Where
back.
did you come from?
The dawn of a new day. Dawn is the time at the beginning of the day when light first appears. It is the time just before sunrise. Before the sun rises, the sky lights up a little bit. That is dawn. That is the crack of dawn. The boats set off at dawn. It means the boats set off, they depart, they leave right before the sunrise, when the sky is light a little bit, and it's very beautiful. Dusk is the antonym. It is the time right after the sun sets. You know, the sun sets, the sky is not dark yet. That is dusk time. This is also beautiful. And this is a picture my friend took at dawn. It is around 4:50 a.m. I think. We had gone for running and it was a beautiful dawn. And this is the lake itself when the dawn is over and the sun has rised.
Like a life with a person you love. Do you know what I would give for that? You turn your nose up at it.
You turn your nose up at it. To turn your nose up at something means to refuse to accept something because you think it is not good enough. So whenever you think something is not good enough and then you refuse it, you are turning your nose up at it. Your friend shows you his new game and you don't care about it. He says, don't turn your nose up at it. It's an awesome game. But you think it is not good enough, so you just refuse to accept it. You turn your nose up at it. It is a little bit informal, and a formal form of it, which is very common, is take something for granted. If you take something for granted, you do not accept it, you don't value it, you don't appreciate it because you think, well, it's something ordinary, it's not something special, and it usually is something special. For example, if you're a healthy person, don't take your health for granted. It means appreciate your health. Don't think that it is not something special. Your health is something very special. You feeling no pain at the present time is a blessing. Turn your nose up at something, take something for granted, mean the same, and they are very nice expressions to imply that someone doesn't appreciate something they have.
I close my eyes. I brace myself. I don't dare take a breath.
I brace myself. Brace means to mentally or physically prepare yourself or someone else for something unpleasant that is going to happen. So if something unpleasant is going to happen and you are preparing yourself or you're preparing someone else, you are bracing yourself or someone else. Nancy braced herself for the inevitable argument. Inevitable means something that is going to happen and you cannot do anything about it. If something is inevitable, it means you cannot avoid it. It is unavoidable. It is sure to happen. For example, Nancy has borrowed her father's car and she has crashed it. And then there's going to be an inevitable argument. So she is bracing herself for the inevitable argument. She has crashed her father's car after all.
I close my eyes. I brace myself. I don't dare take a breath.
I don't dare take a breath. Dare means to be brave enough to do something that is risky or that you're afraid to do. So if you're afraid to do something or something is risky, but you are brave enough to do it and you do it, you dare do it. Dare is a modal verb like can, should, may, might. These are modal verbs. Dare is also a modal verb. What does it mean? It means that you bring the verb right after it and the verb takes simple form. Okay? I don't dare take a breath. But he didn't dare. Means he wasn't brave enough. He didn't have the courage to do it. I'll tell Dad, you don't dare. It means you're not brave enough to do it. You don't have the guts to do it.
Have you heard anything yet?
Honey, I have heard nothing but raves.
I have heard nothing but raves. Rave has two parts of speech. It is verb and noun. Let's start with the verb. To talk in an angry, uncontrolled, or crazy way. For example, when you are very happy, you are out of control, and you are talking to someone with so much excitement, you are raving. Or when you are angry, something terrible has happened and you don't have the control of your tongue and you're talking so angrily and you don't know what you're talking about. You are raving. He started to rave at me when I broke his glasses. So in this scenario, the guy was so angry, he was raving with anger. So this is the verb meaning of rave. Let's talk about the noun meaning. A big event where people dance to loud music with a strong beat, like those in the John Wick movie. It was an all-night rave. It means it was an all-night party with loud music, people dancing to loud music with strong beats. So this was the first meaning. The second meaning of rave as noun is strong praise. Praise means admiration, admire. So when a book comes out or a play is played, critics start praising it loudly with great excitement. They say it was amazing, it was glorious. They are raving.
It's 1:15. I know. Break a leg. Okay. Come here.
Break a leg. Well, break a leg means good luck. Break a leg is used to wish someone luck, especially just before they perform on a stage. You tell them, break a leg. It means good luck. Go rock.
It's 1:15. I know. Break a leg. Okay. Come here.
Which expressions did you like the most? Let me know on the comments. Have a good time and take care for now.